Alright, pull up a juice box and a beanbag chair. Cause I gotta ask, did you really click on this thinking that your family doctor moonlights as a shadowy cyber warrior bartering for medical secrets on a forum called Forbidden Appendectomies? I've gotta ask, how did you make it this far in life believing that? Today, I'll be explaining the dark web tricks that doctors use to save lives to you like you're 5 years old. And by the time we're done here, you'll be able to confidently explain to your friends why this so-called trick is actually one of the most important and frankly boring parts of modern medicine. First up, let's get the biggest misconception out of the way. When you hear the phrase dark web, you probably think of a scary digital back alley where people do all sorts of illegal and spooky things. A place where you can buy a stolen identity with a side of questionable government secrets. Now, that is a place, but your doctor isn't there, I promise you. Your physician who still has trouble figuring out how to unmute themselves on a video call is not navigating a complex encrypted underworld. The dark web part of this whole story is a huge exaggeration. I mean, what we are actually talking about here is not some scary haunted house. It's more like a secret clubhouse. A clubhouse with a very, very strong door, a secret password, and a bouncer who checks everyone's ID twice. And inside this clubhouse, it's not a wild party. It's really more like a library. A very quiet, very secure, members-only library where incredibly smart people go to share notes. Now, the information is hidden, yes, but it's hidden for privacy, not for crime. It's kind of like hiding your diary. I mean, you're not hiding it because it contains plans to rob a bank, hopefully. You're hiding it so your nosy brother doesn't read about who you have a crush on. Privacy and secrecy are not the same as being evil. So, what is this big life-saving trick? Well, the secret, it's teamwork. And that's really it. I mean, that's the whole trick. It's just doctors and scientists working together on a massive scale. Think about it like this. Imagine your doctor is trying to solve a giant jigsaw puzzle of a rare disease. Now, this puzzle has tens of thousands of pieces. And your doctor, all by themselves, only has 3 pieces of the puzzle. They can look at their 3 little pieces all day long, but they'll never see the full picture. They might be able to see a piece of a blue sky and a bit of a green tree, but they have no idea if the puzzle is a picture of a park or a mountain. I mean, they're completely stuck. Now, imagine a doctor in another country has 5 pieces of the same puzzle, and another doctor across the world has 2 more pieces, and another has 10. Now sure, by themselves, they're all just lost. They're sitting in their offices staring at a few random colored cardboard shapes, feeling pretty useless. And they can't help their patients because they can't see the bigger picture. Now, the big life-saving trick is creating a place where all those doctors can put their puzzle pieces together. They needed a way to share their knowledge without messing everything up. And this is where the secret clubhouse comes on in. Scientists built a super secure digital table where all the doctors from all over the world can come and add their puzzle pieces. And suddenly, you don't have one doctor with 3 pieces. You've got thousands of doctors with tens of thousands of pieces. All at once, they can start to see the whole picture. They can see that the blue sky connects to the green tree, which is next to a red barn, which is sitting on a big hill. They can solve the puzzle. And this is how they find cures. This is how they discover what causes diseases. It's how they figure out what treatments work and which ones don't. It's not one genius having a light bulb moment in a lab. It is thousands of people sharing tiny bits of information until a pattern emerges. It's teamwork, the most powerful, world-changing teamwork you can imagine. But wait, you might be thinking, that sounds great, but what about my information? I don't want my doctor sharing my personal business with the whole world. Now, that is a very good question. And it does bring us to the most important part of this whole thing. The data is anonymous. And what does anonymous mean? It means they take your name off of it. They take your address off. They take your phone number off. They take anything and everything that could point back to you, specifically you, and they scrub it all away completely. Your medical files become completely nameless. It's like this. Let's say you've got a favorite teddy bear, and this teddy bear has a name. You know where you bought it, and it's got a little red bow tie around its neck that you put there. Now imagine a scientist wants to buy and study teddy bears to figure out the best kind of stuffing to use. You want to help, but you don't want them to know about your specific bear. So, before you give it to them, you take off the red bow, you take off the tag with its name, and you scrub it clean until it's just a generic nameless bear. Sure, it still has its stuffing, its shape, and its color. I mean, all the important information for the scientist is there, but there's nothing left that makes it uniquely yours. That is exactly what they do with medical information. They're not sharing your story, they're sharing the data from your story. They don't see patient John Smith from Ohio felt sick on Tuesday. They see case number 8472, a human of a certain age, had these symptoms, and we tried this medicine, and this was the result. The information is just a set of facts, a collection of puzzle pieces without any names written on the back. This process is called anonymization, and it's the key to making this entire system work safely and ethically. They get the life-saving knowledge without sacrificing your personal privacy. So, we have the teamwork and we have the anonymous information. Now, let's get back to the secret clubhouse, the dark web part. Why does this library of anonymous puzzle pieces need such high security? I mean, why can't they just put it all on a regular website? Well, even though your name is gone, the information itself is still very sensitive. I mean, it's a huge collection of health data, and in the wrong hands, it could still be misused. I mean, you wouldn't want a giant database of health information, even anonymous, to be hacked and posted online for everyone to see. It needs to be protected. It has to be kept in a digital fortress. So, they build these special networks that aren't connected to the regular internet that you use to watch cat videos and order pizza. You can't find this medical library on Google. It doesn't have a public address. To get in, you need special keys, special software, and you have to be an approved researcher or doctor. And this is why it gets confused with the dark web. It is dark, but dark as in the lights are off. It's not visible to the public. It's a private road, not a public highway. Think of it like the vault at a bank. The gold inside doesn't have your name on it, but you still want the bank to have a very, very thick door, lots of locks and security guards, right? Of course. You want to protect what's inside. And these secure medical networks are the digital version of a bank vault. They are built to be as safe and impenetrable as possible to protect the very important puzzle pieces inside. It's security for the sake of safety, not for the sake of hiding something illegal. So, let's put it all together with one final example. Imagine a very rare type of cancer. A doctor in a small town might only see one single case of this cancer in her entire 40-year career. She has one patient, one set of puzzle pieces. I mean, she can try her best, but she's really got nothing to compare it to. She has no way of knowing if the treatment she's trying is the best one, or if there's something that she's missing. But through this amazing system, she can securely and anonymously upload the key facts about her patient's case into the global library. Her patient's data, now scrubbed of all personal details, joins the data from another patient in Germany and another in South Korea and 5 more in Canada. Suddenly, researchers have a pool of dozens or even hundreds of cases to study. By looking at all this data together, they might discover something incredible. They might notice that every single patient who responded well to a certain treatment also had a specific rare genetic marker. Bingo! They just found a massive clue. They've discovered who is most likely to be helped by that medicine. Or they might find that all the patients live near a specific type of factory, pointing to an environmental case for the disease. And this is how breakthroughs happen. Not from a trick, but from a global, highly secure, and deeply boring process of data sharing. It's science, not sorcery. And so, there you have it. The big, scary, dark web trick that doctors use to save lives isn't really a trick at all. It's not happening on the dark web. It's simply the process of sharing anonymous medical information on a super secure private network so that scientists and doctors can work as a team to solve the biggest puzzles in medicine. And now, you know. The so-called trick is really just a combination of 3 simple ideas. First, teamwork makes a dream work, especially when the dream is curing cancer. Second, sharing is caring, but only if you do it anonymously so that everyone's privacy is protected. And third, if you have something valuable, you keep it in a vault, not out on your front lawn. See, you get it now. It's no conspiracy. It's not some hidden digital underworld. It's just a very sensible, very private, and incredibly powerful way for the smartest people in the world to collaborate and save lives. You're now officially equipped to correct anyone who thinks that your doctor is a part-time hacker. So go forth and spread your newfound wisdom. Or don't. Just be glad you know.